Did you know that we have a radio show right here on WPHT every Saturday at 1 o'clock? It's called The Larry Steinhouse Show. And you want to listen to this show because it's a live show and you can call in.
Want more time or no?
Nah, I can bring it in.
855. Yeah, we're at like 4.5 now.
Yeah, I know. That's
37.
what I got.
And when you call in, you can ask
All right, we're coming back.
the stock market, even politics. Make sure you tune in. 1 o'clock.
You couldn't stick the landing.
Schooling.
This program is paid for by Investor School.
You're back.
All right. Welcome back. Welcome back to the Larry Steinhouse Show. I don't know if you're watching online, you might not be watching anymore because I don't think it's working anymore. We had a crash. Don't you just love technology when it just crashes?
It's always something, right?
It's always something has to get in my way and make me go, oh,
It's so I have trouble with like there look I think it started.
We're back on.
Oh, we're back on.
I don't know if I think we're back on.
Okay,
but that's fine. Whatever.
It works.
All right. So where were we? We were talking about something important, and I can't remember what it was.
All my properties. No, we were talking about how you're already a real estate investor, even if you have one property.
Yeah, you're a real estate investor whether you have one property or not. It's all good. So a lot of people get confused. They get scared. They get nervous. Don't worry. You are a real estate investor. You're a real estate investor if you have one property or two properties or three properties. And you're going to be a real estate investor if you decide you want to be. So I want to talk about the stock market because I said I was going to talk about the stock market after the break.
Right.
Why don't we do that? So the other day, the stock market crashed, went down, 695 points. Now, 695 points a long time ago was a lot.
Okay.
Now, it's not that big of a deal at 50,000 or 50,866, which is what the Dow is at right now, right?
Okay.
Even the S&P down 200 points. The NASDAQ was down 4.18%, which is pretty bad. But mostly what's going on right now is all the tech stocks are deciding that, hey, we're too high now, and we don't want to be in the crash situation. So the steak and tuna series, right? The steak and tuna
theory. Steak and tuna theory.
Yeah, the steak and tuna theory, which is basically how I describe the stock market. It works very simple, where you have people on Wall Street.
Okay, I found this on the web.
Oh my goodness, Siri!
Siri's
talking to me.
Siri's talking to you about steak and tuna go together.
They do go together.
That's so awesome.
And steak and tuna go together, and this
That's
is
so
how they
funny.
go together, right?
That's hysterical.
Right. So what happens is, you have these money managers, and they make money every week. If they make money on your account, if they make money like I do when I do my fund, they go and they take their wife, their girlfriend, or their mistress, right? You've heard this so many times.
I know. I've heard a lot.
Or all three.
Out
to a steak dinner at Capitol Grill, which is right down the road from Wall Street, at Nassau at 120 Broadway. Anyway. So the reason they do this is because what they want to do is they say, hey, listen, we've made enough money right now. The stock's up. I'm going to sell. And then they sell. And then the next person goes, hey, I want to have my steak dinner too, and they sell. And if it keeps cascading, all the people sell to take their profits is basically what's happening. And eventually the stock starts to go down, and if the person waited too long, they end up with a
tuna sandwich.
Tuna fish sandwich for dinner, exactly. So that's what basically happens, what's happening right now, especially with the tech stocks. I mean, some of these tech stocks are ridiculous, like SanDisk. SanDisk stock, the company went from 37 at the low this year. You ready?
To what?
1,800.
No way.
52-week range.
Wow.
1,800.
Wow.
Now, that's insanity.
Wow.
That's not normal. So that, first of all, that's a great put play, by the way. It's right around 1,500 right now. Wow. It's a great put play. It'll be below 1,000, I'm going to say, within 2 months. But it's amazing that these stocks skyrocketed like this.
Wow.
And then you have all these other stocks like Nvidia, all these other stocks doing the same thing that Nvidia is already done. It's kind of like just inching up now, and then it comes down, then it inches up. Nvidia right now is at 204. I like Nvidia when it's at 180. I think Nvidia at 180 is a great play. It's just funny that that all these stocks are doing this. What my biggest problem is, right? Remember that like for years I avoided Bitcoin.
Yeah.
So what do? I get into Bitcoin. I got into
and
Bitcoin
I saw
the right
Bitcoin
time.
Came down.
I got into Bitcoin the right time, except I had a large chunk of money that I wanted to put into Bitcoin, and I literally put it in the day it hit the highest in the last 6 months.
That's how it always works.
Or the last 3 months, maybe.
Yeah.
And I'm like, really? That was the day I picked to put the money in? It couldn't have been now because I could have got a really good deal now.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing that's bothering me.
Yeah.
And the whole philosophy is you buy Bitcoin, you borrow against it. So I borrowed against it, and I'm trying to see what happens, and they're close to liquidation. But Bitcoin is at 60,732 right now, which is really low for Bitcoin. It actually fell below 60,000 for a couple of minutes the other day. Now the question is, how far will it go? At $55,000, they're going to liquidate my loan, and that's not going to make me happy. Now it's not going to make me miserable. It's not, whatever. I've taken losses much worse than that, but it would because I'm trying to do this experiment about buying Bitcoin and borrowing against it, and that would ruin the experiment. That would actually blow it up.
Yeah.
So I have to redo it. Is basically what happens. I'd have to redo it.
I've been buying a little bit of Bitcoin every day. I think I buy like $35 a day or whatever, something like that.
Fabulous, especially now. You'd be really happy.
Yeah, so because I noticed it coming down, so whatever. So it's cheaper. I can get more for whatever. It's cheaper to buy, but whatever. It's whatever. I'm not really worried about it. For $35 a day, I'm not going to stress over it. You know what I mean? So
then the other surprise, you ready? Silver. Silver is below 68. That's surprising.
Yeah, because it was up, wasn't it up at like 70 for a while?
75 would be normal for me. I mean, it's probably not. It's probably just going to be a temporary thing anyway. It's a good time to buy probably. Yeah. But, silver will go back to 100 just a matter of time. But it's just surprising that silver's below that. Now, I see gold falling, and I believe gold is way overvalued. Silver is probably dead on, right around 75, 80. But gold is overvalued, and I don't see gold falling as fast as silver. I see gold falling now. Gold is down to 4,300. And again, it's like, all these people are investing, and they all invested, and what happened? They ended up hurting. Okay, so why don't we get some callers? Somebody call in 855-939-1137. Oh, wait, I'm not going to do that anymore. Debbie does it much more sexy than I do.
855-939-1137.
Ooh, compare that to, wait. Glenn, can you isolate one Omri voice? One Omri phone number voice, like just one phone number. I'm gonna do a comparison of the two.
There we go.
Yeah, I can just play one.
So go ahead, play one.
855-939-1137.
So
okay,
okay. 855-939-1137.
Play the other one, Glenn. Again. Glenn's stuck.
939-1137.
Okay, Deb.
855-939-1137.
Man, now we got both audiences. We got the men and the women. The gay guys were already in a long time ago, but
I mean, I like Omri's voice because what it is? It's the accent for me. Yeah. I like the accent, and it's probably because my dad had an accent. My parents were from South America, so I grew up with an accent. So like I've always just enjoyed.
So you have a secret crush on Omri?
No, I don't have
because you miss your dad.
No. I mean, the accent's completely.
You have daddy issues, is what I meant to say.
Yeah, I have daddy issues. There you go. So
939.
I can go so many places with that right now. I am not going to go there right now.
939-1137. Call us at 855-939-1137.
Okay, but no, I mean, plus the accent's very different, right? It's a South American. So when I hear a South American accent, I pick it up right away, and I'm like, ooh, that's nice to hear.
And you can speak Spanish, too.
I can get by okay. I get by.
I've seen you have conversations with tenants, like you're racking it back and forth.
Yeah, I can get by pretty well.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I know 7 words of Spanish.
Yeah, it was interesting because when I went to Argentina for a couple weeks last year, and I'm the youngest of 4, so my sister forgets that I understand fine. You know what I mean? And I can get by pretty well. And her husband, the guy she's married to, he doesn't speak any Spanish at all.